At Sears Marine, the water sports family is our main focus. We really cater our dealership to look after the needs of the families that enjoy being out on the water, from wakeboarding to skiing to tubing. After you visit Sears Marine, I think you'll see that our dealership is built on customer satisfaction. The customer is the very most important part of our dealership. And we realize without the customer coming to purchase their water sports equipment from us, from boats to gear, we wouldn't be here. So all our employees know that keeping the customer happy is the very most important thing we do.
We try to do things a little bit different than other businesses. A strong emphasis that we have is on customer service. Follow up with the customers. 2/3 of our customer base is either referrals or direct repeats from those existing customers. This is actually a fun business. I sold insurance for over 10 years, and it was something everybody really needed and nobody really wanted. So it's fun to actually sell a product that people don't necessarily need, but they want. It's a good time, and it's all about family.
Once we walked through these doors, I felt like we were in a family atmosphere. It also helped that our neighbors bought their boat here, and we watched over the past few years their process of bringing in their boat, for services, how happy they were.
We were looking for the exceptional value, we were looking for the cool factor, and just, something we could all get together and have a good time.
Over the last 15 plus years, we've become Alabama's water sports authority. We're the dealership people know they can come to when they're looking for ski and wakeboard boats, whether it be Malibu, Moomba, Premier, Axis. The top of the line boats, we have them, plus we have the Pro Shop to go along with it. We sell Conley, we sell Liquid Force. All of our employees not only know how to work on boats and sell boats, they also enjoy the boating lifestyle. They're out on the weekends wakeboarding, skiing with their families. So they know what it takes to have fun on the water, and they know how to keep their boat on the water.
Please remember that Sears Marine has 2 locations to serve boaters. One located just outside Birmingham on Highway 280 in Westover, the other just outside Athens, Alabama on Highway 72.
Welcome to All Pro Racing for Friday Night Cash Races main event. Charlotte Motor Speedway Super Late Models. My name's Mike Ellis. Joining me in the booth, Mitchell Reeves. Behind the cameras, Michael DeBico. We got $5 to tonight's winner as we go into qualifying. Welcome, Mitchell.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Thanks for letting me in the booth this race. I think it's going to be a great race. A lot of good drivers in here, a lot of fast times in practice. It'll be really interesting to see what qualifying brings to us, and especially the race.
Yeah, Doug Campbell fastest in practice with a 29.550. Dustin Lee second. Sal Accardi third. As everyone rolls off, this is open qualifying NASCAR style. Real short, 5 minutes, so you should be able to just get 1 or 2 laps. You might get a couple runs in here, Mitchell, if you time it right.
Yeah, Mike, I think you'd probably be able to get 2 good runs in. With a qualifying tape, it seems like you can get about 4 laps in, but the prime laps is lap 2 and 3 when you are at max on the car. So it'll be really interesting to see what a lot of the all-pro drivers can pull out, especially. They got a lot of good setups there, and I think they'll bring a good race to us.
We'll have to see if they're working together. Drafting certainly is in play here. If you can get a draft, you pick up a ton of time.
Yeah, track position I think will also be a very big key in this race. I think it's going to be mainly a one-lane track, especially with it being only a full 60-lap race. There's not a lot of time to really get your track position back after pitting.
Well, we're having a night race. Sun's been down for a couple hours. We're 67 degrees. Winds non-existent right now. Relative humidity 55%. Times are starting to roll in. Josh Downing is our provisional pole sitter with a 29.535.
Yes, Dustin Lee's second. It looks like he's on his second lap here. Maybe he'll pull out a better lap here going into turn 3 as we talk.
Yeah, looks like Dustin's sporting some pink on his car for the cancer breast awareness for October. A lot of drivers getting involved in that.
Yeah, that's a great program that they're doing with the breast cancer awareness, trying to help out everyone as much as possible. Everett Lane just went to P2 with a 29.55.
Nice run for Everett D. Lane. 22 cars taking times, but we do have a full room, folks. Full of drivers. I think 43 is the max, and last I looked we were at 41. So I think we are full.
Yes, Mike, and I think that just will put more emphasis on how much track position is really going to matter in this race.
60 laps tonight, but it's probably, like you said, going to be a sprint race. There won't be any laying back or going to the back stuff. There will not be time for that.
Yeah, I think you're right, Mike. I think draft will also play a big key, but I do not think it'll still. I still think when you get to the top 5, it's really still going to be very hard to pass.
Sure will. Got a minute and a half left here in qualifying. Nick Reynolds bumped his way up to 3rd. Dustin Lee now down to 4th spot. 5th spot, Jacob Nye gets up to 4th with a 29.61.
Dustin and Everett D. Lane are coming out of turn 2. Looks like they're trying to get some draft together, see if they can pull out another fast lap here before qualifying ends. We've got 1 minute left.
Well, Everett's the one getting the draft, and it's certainly best for him. Watch for Everett to maybe get pole. We'll have to see if he can pick up. He does not improve his time. As we wrap up qualifying, thanks for joining us here at All Pro Racing.
Also, guys, when everyone gets a chance, go check out skiersmarine.com if you need any boating needs or want to buy a boat. We ship all over across the country, including Australia. So go check out the website, and also Michelangelo's Painting.
Yeah, Skiers Marine sponsoring up some events starting next week with our league. Over in the league pages, Monday night super late models, and then Tuesday night we're going to be running trucks.
Yes, Mike, I think the truck series, there's a lot of good drivers in the truck series. I think everyone should definitely.
As everyone rushes for pit road exit here to try to get 1 lap in as we wind down the clock. Right now, Josh Downing is our pole sitter. $30 cars taking time.
Yes, Mike, we got from first place to, I believe it's looking like 5th or 15th. We have almost 15 drivers within 3/10 of each other, so I think it's going to be a really close race tonight.
Yeah, they're running full tape, low fuel, but now as we get ready to start the race, they're going to probably put enough fuel in to get at least to halfway, I would think, and take that tape off. They got to manage those temperatures. But our pole sitter turns out to be Josh Downing. He gets it done with a 29.535. Everett Lane 2nd, Dustin Lee 3rd. As we get ready for the Skiers Marine grid, on the pole, 33, Josh Downing. Looks like he needs a sponsor on that car. Everett Lane taking up the outside in the 24 Fast Lane Special. Dustin Lee in the Olive Hills Welding, 51, running 3rd with a 29.58. Nick Reynolds starting in the 4th spot in the 54 Bass Pro Shops. Jacob Nye starting in the 5th spot in the 16 ZR Special.
Doug Campbell in the number 27 car, Ford Fusion. Looks like he needs a sponsor on that car. Brian Helm in the Northwest Racing Club, number 26, Toyota Camry. Kyle Hausen in the number 787 also needs a sponsor. Great looking paint scheme though. Vincent Viney in the number 71 Smartwater Chevrolet, starting in the 9th spot. Rounding out the top 10 is Tim Hamilton and the number 40 New Jersey Racing Club Ford Fusion.
All-Pro Racing's very own Jonas Hankins in the Moonshine Attitude Attire 21 Chevy Camaro. Boy, what a nice paint job that is, Jonas. 11th, Scott Bailey, starting in the 36. He needs a sponsor out there. Charles Quiroz in the 13th spot, running the Adidas colors. Canada's favorite son, Roderick Norman, in the Snap-on 55, starting 14th. Evan Pasacco, starting 15th in the 13.
Starting 16th is Eric Brantley in the number 86 BSB Manufacturing Chevrolet Camaro. Great paint scheme on that one. All Pros Racing very own Verlis Falcons and the Texas Racing Club 006. Number 22, Aaron Johnson starting in the 18th spot in the Adidas number 22. He was really fast in practice. Really going to be interested to see what he can do there. Starting in the 19th spot, number 39, Sal Arcardi. And rounding out the top 20 is Jeff T. Martin in the number 1 Chevrolet Camaro Moonshine. Same paint scheme with Jonas. Maybe they will hook up and use their draft to get to the front.
That was horrible.
Well, thanks for joining us at All Pro Racing. Make sure to like us over on Facebook and YouTube. We're on Twitch tonight for our special event, our Friday Cash Race. Thanks for joining us. My name is Mike Ellis, Mitchell Reeves, and Michael D'Amico. Bringing you all the action as the pace car lights are off. We're about ready to go green here. Let's see how they line up. I believe the bottom lane's where you want to be here.
Yeah, Mike, I think restarts are really going to play a key role in this race. That will really show where you're going to track position's going to be, and I think it's just going to really matter to get start off. Here we go, guys.
Pace car's off as the 33 brings them down. Green, 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 green. And everyone in the outside there ditches to the bottom except for Everett Lane as he holds tight for second. But he goes down too.
Already looking like the bottom lane is going to be the dominant line here tonight, Mike.
Absolutely, as they all line up, first through 6.
Yeah, Nick Reynolds had a bad start there. He's dropped already back to 7th, but it seemed like everyone's starting to already span out. Here we go.
Well, now that they're up to speed, though, drafting will certainly come into play. It's either check up or go to the outside lane, and these guys that are 3rd, 4th, 5th back, they're going to have to do a little checking.
Yeah, Nick's making a pass there for 6th place. Looks like he's going to clear him coming out of 2 there.
And Everett Lane not letting our leader Josh Downing get away. He's right on his back, but looks like he's a little arrow tight there. At 3rd place, looking underneath.
Yeah, Doug Campbell's already got a great start. He started 6, already looking to get 2nd. See if he can get it here going into 1.
Got the preferred line. He's got it on Everett Lane. Everett's car kind of looks a little squirrely out there.
Yeah, Mike, he had one of the faster cars in practice. I think he'll get it together. I think he's a great driver, I really think. Here goes Doug for the lead here.
Doug wastes no time. He gets under the 33, and the 33 goes up into the wall hard. And boy, that was some tough racing. And we got another one in the wall. The 787 is around. We're under caution. 33, Josh Downing, our leader, was involved in that incident. Let's take a replay. Yep. And as the 33 goes into 3 there, the 27 gets underneath him, gets into the quarter panel just a little bit, and puts him right up into the wall hard. And then wrecking behind them, several cars getting into the wall. The 787 of Kyle Hausen.
Yeah, Mike, it seemed like we were starting to kind of get everything settled down, and then lot of people are starting to get some big runs off the draft there, and that is really starting to play a huge role early in this race.
If you stay on the 33 replay of Josh Downing, looks like he goes and turns the 27 of Doug Campbell on purpose under caution as retaliation. I don't think that's going to sit well with the tower.
No, Mike, and what was really bad is those were two really fast cars, and I think it could have been a great race between them.
A tough break for Doug Campbell as he was marching up through the field there. I think Josh Downing really didn't need to do that and wreck him under caution. Wow.
Yes, it was really good sense by Jacob Nye, especially coming out of 4 there to take the lead there and get out of harm's way very early.
Yeah, tough break. Looks like we missed the stops there, but I don't think anyone stopped. At least the leaders didn't.
Yeah, Mike, the question's going to be this race is what's the best pitch strategy, or is there a pitch strategy?
Well, I think there's reduced fuel in these cars, so these guys are not going to make it the whole way. Let's see if we can get an interview, Mitchell. You want to talk to Doug Campbell? I think he's still out there, currently in 12th spot.
The number 27 card, you got a copy? Doug Campbell, number 27 card, do you have a copy? Well, Doug, maybe next time you'll have a mic, we'd love to talk to you. That was a great racing you had. Hopefully we'll get to see you back up there in the front.
So radio troubles for Doug. Everything is going bad for him tonight. He had a great run to the front, but some retaliation has put him back here in the pack.
Let's see if we can pick up Jacob Nye with our leader here.
Go ahead.
Sure do, Mitchell. Yeah, Jacob, that was great racing there in the front. If there's any way you can tell us what happened there for you to get the lead like that.
Driver error by the drivers in front of me, honestly. One guy got underneath and he couldn't hold it and pushed up the leader when he was trying to pass him, and my teammate checked up being smart. Well, I wasn't the smart one. I held the gas to the floor and took a 3 wide on the inside, and luckily came out in the other end with first. Not going to look back from here on out.
Well, if you do look back, you have Everett D. Lane and Dustin Lee back there. What are you going to do to hold them off?
Well, as you can see on our paint schemes, Everett and I are both teammates with Fast Lane, so if he passes me, it's not going to bother me. Well, if Dustin passes me, he's a respectable racer as well. So, if I lose to either one of them, it'll be a earned pass by them. I know I won't get wrecked or destroyed for anything stupid. It'll be a clean pass. So if they beat me, okay, have at it. I'd rather have a clean race and a fun race than try to block someone.
Yeah, well said, Jacob. Good luck to all of you out there.
Pass me, Jeff.
So teammates up front. Let's see here as we double up. Pace car lights are off. One more to green. Lap 7. Thanks for joining us at All Pro Racing. Our events are next week, Monday and Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern.
I believe we're racing at Charlotte again in the truck. Is that right, Mike?
I don't have the schedule in front of me. It is quite a diverse schedule. If you're a fan of All Pro Racing, you'll know we do a lot of super speedway stuff. You're not going to see that in this series coming up, this 10-week series. We got a lot of mixture of tracks, short tracks, mid-sized tracks, as well as a road course even thrown in there. So it should be interesting.
Yes, Mike, as a driver, I've always loved doing the super speedways, but the short track really brings out a lot of new drivers, new faces. Doug Lehman's ran with us last week. He actually won, and he's the only one eligible to win the Malibu boating bonus for $25 this week on Tuesday at Charlotte. Be interested to see what he can do there.
Yeah, happy to have him back, as well as everyone from All Pro Racing. Pace car's about to duck off. There it goes, as Jacob Nye brings him down. Green, green, green.
Bad start for fourth place there.
Yeah, Brian Helm does not get away on the outside. And boy, you're going to get freight trains if you're on the outside, it looks like.
Yes, Everett's already dropped back to third place. It's really surprising to see how popular the inside line is.
Oh, the 51 Dustin Lead goes up to the high side as he comes out of 4 there. And that leaves the open bottom for Everett Lane as he gets back to second.
It sounded like we already had the 55 car having to drop down for a black flag. It'd be interesting to see what that was for.
Oh, it's one spinning in the back of some green car. We're under caution.
Yeah, Verlis Falcons is around in turn 2. Be interesting to see what happened there on the replay.
Verlis Falcons involved. Let's see if we get a replay. He's shown 2 laps down. He's following the 39 through there of Sal Accardi. Sal's high. And it looks like Verlis just barely touches the apron, and the car comes around, and he backs it up into the wall. Tough break for Verlis Falcons in that Texas Special.
Here we come down for pit road, see if anyone's actually going to go in this time, see if any strategies played here.
Yeah, let's watch the leaders here as we approach pit road. I'm told that it's not always a good idea to take tires on these cars.
Yes, a lot of the drivers was saying that the tires really hold up well here, and I think we'll see how much that really plays into factor coming into the later laps here.
As all the leaders go by pit road.
I think the only taker we had there was a number 3 car of James Wilkins.
Which is not a bad strategy. It's early. It's lap 11 of 60. Top off. Make sure you got more than everybody else. It kind of was looking like we were going to go green there for a while.
Yeah, Mike, I think if we really got a green flag run, it's looking like the top 5 are really just the dominant cars here, and I think those will be the cars to really watch out for coming in here to only a lap 11. Still have almost a little bit under 50 laps to go here.
Looks like Sal Accardi, the 39, got the lucky dog. And just went around the pace car, get one of his laps back. Let's take an interview here with Mr. Jonas Hankins. Really moved up in that last run from, I think he started 11th, and now he's running 6th.
Terrible racing. We don't race their clean either.
Well, we happen to notice there you moved from about 11th to 6th spot in that little short run. How's the car, and are you headed to the front?
Looks like it's going to be still a long race for me. I think it's going to go down to gas here, but let's see what happens.
All right, well, have a good run out there. Jonas Hankins telling us how it is. He thinks it's going to be a fuel race. I'm not sure if we have limited fuel. I believe we do. 50%. So we'll have to see how this plays out.
We'll
a lot of cars staying out.
Yeah, it's very true. Let's see if we can pick up maybe one more interview with Everett D. Lane.
Mitchell Reed's up in the booth for Everett D. Lane in the number 24 Fast Racing. You got a copy?
Sure do, Mitch. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing wonderful, Everett. Gonna ask you, see if you have any ideas of how you're gonna get past your teammate up there, number 16, Jacob Nye.
Well, not real interested in right now. I don't pass anybody. Just want to ride right to the end of this race. We got 2 good fast cars up here.
Had a pretty good night. Really liked running here with All Pro Racing. They do a great job. Michael D'Amico and just an outstanding group of guys to run with. Just won that Talladega race earlier with my help of my teammate pushing me. So it's been a good night. We'll see what happens here.
Very true, Everett. Hopefully we'll catch you in victory lane later on with your teammate. See if you can go get him and go get the win.
10-4, Mitch. Thanks, buddy. We're going to try to keep all 4 of them down on the ground and keep it fast.
It's 10-4, Everett. Thank you.
So 20 cars on the lead lap here. As the field doubles up here, pace car lights are off. Thanks for joining us at All Pro Racing. Make sure to get over on Facebook and join us there. We also run on Thursday nights in the official series of iRacing, the NASCAR iRacing Fixed. If you're interested in running official races, make sure to join us over there every Thursday night, 9 p.m. Eastern as well.
Yeah, Mike, it'll be really interesting to see what happens on this restart. It seems like the inside's been very, very dominant, and be interested to see if the same thing happens here again.
Well, Dustin Lee went high last time, probably and faded. Maybe he's learned his lesson. He'll keep the bottom. Let's see how that goes. As pace car is about to duck off, and these guys tightening up. Pace car's off. Green, green, green for Nye. And Dustin Lee's right on it. I'm giving him a little push, actually, as they drive it down into 1.
He's not going to let Everett down. It looks like he's going to get the second position coming out of 2 here.
And Everett slides it down there. Oh, Dustin Lee goes high. He doesn't want to wait behind Bill, behind Jacob.
Oh, Everett's looking low going into 3. See if he can pull off the pass.
And Dustin Lee.
Oh, we have a caution.
We got a wreck. The 13 involved, I'm told, of Evan Pasacco. And it looks like it happened in front of him. The 86 involved Eric Brantley. Yes, the wreck is between the 54 and the 86.
Yeah, it's the 54. Nick Reynolds looks like he just got into the right rear corner there and turned him into the wall, and everyone behind him was just along for the ride trying to miss it there.
Yeah, it looks like the 36 got the worst end of that. Scott Bailey. The 25 involved. 42 is involved. The 13's all tore up. 35's involved. And man, we are under caution.
Had a lot of carnage there. I think there's a lot of good drivers that just got taken out in that wreck, unfortunately.
As the leaders drive by pit road again, and they do not pit. It's like the top dozen stay out or so.
You really got to wonder how long they can stay out until they have to pit.
Well, a lot of the conventionals thinking is get at least halfway. And we're only on lap 16 of 60. Looks like 18 cars on the lead lap. Scott Bailey took it behind the wall. Chris Zuros behind the wall. Looking at NASCAR racing news this week, we finish off the third race, the contender round, and eliminate 4 drivers, leaving 12 as we head into Kansas this week. Kevin Harvick on the pole, but I think the big story after qualifying today, Mitchell, is Matt Kenseth and Denny Hamlin qualified 27th and 25th respectively. Boy, they're in trouble.
Yeah, Joe Gibbs has really been off their game this year. It's been really surprising after the great season that Matt Kenseth had, especially last year, having all those wins, and he's just all of them at Joe Gibbs Racing has just really been struggling. It's been a big surprise.
Yeah, also rumor that Kyle Busch in the 18 is going to be getting a new crew chief for 2015. And boy, those are tough rumors to have right in the middle of the chase.
Yeah, Mike, it's really interesting to see what NASCAR's done with this new point system. And with the last race and this round being Talladega, there's no telling what's going to happen when it comes to Talladega.
Yeah, I think everyone's really liking the point reset after every third race. Everyone on an even slate, all with the same amount of points. And it's like starting over, and you just got to get hot and just keep it going. Really interesting format. So far, I am liking it.
Oh yeah, it's really way more exciting for the fans now. But the biggest question I think going into this next round is, can Penske keep their dominance as they've just been tearing up the field the last 2 or 3 races?
And with Talladega being the third race in this next round, which is a wild card, you really want to get that win in the first 2 races. So I think these guys are going to push real hard come this weekend. In other racing news, Clint Bowyer and his wife had a baby boy this morning named Cash Bowyer.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how Clint Bowyer, the partier of NASCAR, will be a father. That's going to be really interesting to see how he can handle that.
Well, I think the quote was he was standing over the doctor as the baby came out, and he said, "Boy, it just got real."
Hearing what Clint Bowyer has to say during, especially last year's NASCAR banquet, it would not be a surprise that he said that.
Well, pace car lights are off as we're doubling back up here at All Pro Racing. Got some of the best racing on the planet here, simulated, real or otherwise. I think we've maybe eliminated down the field. Maybe we can go green here.
Yeah, Mike, after that caution, it's looking like going back to green, we're only going to have about 14 or 15 cars in the lead lap. It'll be really interesting to see what happens in the front here.
Yeah, several cars showing 1 lap down. Probably looking for a wave around and such if we get another caution.
It looks like Dustin Lee got thrown on the high side this time. See if he can maintain with Jacob. It seems like the inside line is still very dominant on the restart. Let's see if he can keep his position here.
Well, it certainly looks like Dustin Lee can't hold his car on the bottom. He always is going up. So you're right. Maybe that's where he wants to be as he surges. And they're tightening up here. Pace car's off. Green, green, green. Great start for Nye. Oh, and Dustin Lee pulls down in front of Everett Lane. Let's see if Dustin keeps it on the bottom. No, he goes up. He can't resist. Oh, we got one way down low on the apron here. They all stay in it.
Nick Reynolds there on the apron, trying to get some spots there, it looks like.
As he gets around the 26 of Brian Hill.
Everett D. Lane takes back the second spot, coming through the trial to the finish line, back in second.
Oh, we're wrecking again. We're in the grass. The 21 is around. That's Jonas Hankins. Let's take a look at what happened with Jonas Hankins. He's right behind Nick Reynolds there. We saw Nick taking some evasive action down the back there.
Yeah, Mike, it looks like Jonas just got under the, I believe it was the 26 there, and just got hooked his bumper wrong and spun through the trial. Well, he didn't hit anything. I think he'll be okay to still be in the race.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to call it a straightaway where there's all these turns and kinks as you go down. Just one of those things where the cars just kind of caught each other.
Yeah, Mike, that's really where the cars are the most unstable, too, is in the trial. That is when they're really the most light in the back end, and stuff like that, unfortunately, happens a lot in the trial here at Charlotte.
Looks like Hankins escapes injury, and the car is still in one piece, so he might be okay.
Leader's coming out of 4. Let's see if anyone wants to pit this time.
As he stays out. I think we have one taker down pit road there. That Brian Helm in the 26 Northwest. He's pretty tore up. That whole left side all pushed in above the fender as he brings it down. And we'll have to see if he uses a reset here. He's taking tires right side. Also on pit road there is Jonas Hankins.
Yeah, that was some great driving by Jonas there to not hit anything coming out of the tri-oval spinning.
Yeah, what a save. He comes down, puts 4 tires on after flat spotting, and he should be good to go. Still on the lead lap here in 14th. We should have gotten a wave around. I didn't see who it was. Roderick Norman, I believe, got the wave around. And that puts him back on the lead lap. Canada's very own Roderick Norman. I've actually spotted for Roderick in several restrictor plate races. We're quite a team. He's the driver, I'm the spotter, and we've won some races that way. Glad to see Roderick Norman out here.
Yeah, Roderick is a really good follower of All Pro, it seems like, and he really holds his own in the super speedway. He's a great racer, and he is a heck of a guy to push. As Dustin Lee goes into pits there.
On the second time by, he pits all by himself. This is definitely going to put him in the rear. And Dustin's been known to make last-second decisions getting onto pit road. It looks like this might be one of them.
But you got to wonder, though, Dustin's a great driver. You got to wonder if it's just part of his strategy. Maybe it'll work out for him in the end.
I don't know, but we might be in a window that he can make it from here. I'm not sure.
Well, if we get a green flag run, I think that'll put a lot of people down pit road, and that might leave Dustin Lee with a huge lead doing this strategy here.
It's not bad. We have not really seen in pack style racing here. Everyone stretches out. These cars are fast. Let's see if we can get an interview, sneak an interview in here with Vincent Vinny. Got me?
Yeah, I got a copy there, Mike.
Well, nice to see you up there in the top 5. How's your race doing in the Smart Water car?
Well, I'll tell you, that Smart Water Chevy is running pretty good all in all. A couple tough customers up front there, and about some good tough customers back behind me too, so it's going to be interesting. Just hopefully we can keep the wheels on this thing and see what happens at the end.
All right, well, good luck to you out there. A couple teammates ahead of you, so yeah, you got your work cut out. Good luck. There you go, Vincent Vinny visits the top 5 here, currently running 3rd.
Yeah, this is the first time Vincent's been in the top 4 here, and he's starting in the preferred spot in the 3rd position. Let's see if he can do anything to these fast lane racing teammates.
And I tell you, with Jacob Nye, he can't go wrong if he just holds it on that bottom white line, keeps it gas. So
I think the story of this restart, Mike, will probably be Dustin Lee. He's starting 14th. He's got a lot of stuff to go through here to see if he can get through it clean.
Yeah, and he's going to be heavy on fuel, and a lot of these guys are going to be lighter. So we'll have to see what happens here. I know Verlis Falcons is still out there keeping them honest. 4 laps down. A little bit of surging going on up front here. As everyone's trying to anticipate this start, thanks for joining us at All Pro Racing. My name's Mike Ellis, Mitchell Reeves here, and Michael D'Amico behind the cameras. Green flag. And boy, what a restart for Lane. And Vincent Vinny lets Lane in. Oh, they're wrecked behind him. 40 is spun around there by the Bass Pro Shops car of Nick Reynolds. And we stay green. The 26 is down on the apron now. That's Brian Helm, and he goes to pit road. So tough break there for a couple drivers. Tim Hamilton in the 40 gets turned around by Nick Reynolds.
And Mike, it looks like in all of that carnage there, Dustin Lee and Jeff Martin has gotten in the wall as well. That's really going to hurt his chances at this win.
And he's lost all kinds of track position here as the leaders are stretching out. Bob Hackle Sr. is taking it behind the wall.
Yeah, Mike, it looks like we have a 6-car breakaway here. Let's see if we can get a green flag run stretched out here.
So let's do a Through the Field, sponsored by Skiers Marine. Jacob Nye in the 16. Leading the most laps so far. Everett Lane running second. Vincent Vinny in the Smart Water holding the 3rd spot. Trying real hard on the 4th spot. Paul Krumray on the outside. We haven't seen anybody making ground up there, but check that out, Mitchell. He's actually making progress.
Yeah, I think that's the only way you're going to be able to do it is make a run on the outside, and I think the conditions for this track could really make that happen. It'll be interesting to see. It looks like he might have a little bit of right front damage, but he still might be able to pull it off.
He didn't get the spot, but boy, he had a run there for a while. Jeff Wubker in the 5th spot. And Nick Reynolds seems to be the guy marching up through there. He just got into the 40. Not sure what happened there, but seems like Nick is okay. Currently right there in the 5th spot.
We have Devin Riddle in the number 97, I believe, in the 6th spot. It's looking like he's going to pounce any second. And we also have the number 3 of James Wilkins in the 8th spot. He's been quietly moving his way through the field, made a couple pit stops, but it looks like he stayed clean. Number in the 9th spot is Aaron Johnson, number 22. And it's looking like to round out the top 10 will be the number 41 of Doug. Oh, we have a spin here.
Oh, we got a wreck. The 16 is around on the grass. Our leader. Let's take a replay of Nye. Oh, it's all Everett Lane. It looks like he hit the apron just a hair with his left front. It shot him up. He kept it out of Nick, but it checked him up enough that Vincent got into him.
Mike, it looks like Jacob Nye actually got loose coming out of 4 on the high side.
Wow, and it's like 2 separate incidents that happened there. The 12 of Paul Krumray is our leader as he went around on the outside as a 16. I think Paul might have got the air off his spoiler and the 16 just came around.
Yeah, Mike, you might be right. We haven't seen anyone run the high side there, and that might have been exactly what happened.
With Everett Lane hitting the apron in almost a second separate instance, the 71 goes around, and the 54, Nick Reynolds, involved, and he gets into the wall. That's going to be a tough break for Nick. Everett Lane getting a little bit of damage there. And boy, we're taking pit stops now in live action. Everett Lane on pit road. Nick Reynolds, several cars down pit lane. Paul Crumray, our leader, stays out. Probably easier to tell you who stays out, as all these cars are pitting. The 22 stays out of Aaron Johnson. 16 stays out.
I believe Everett's going to have to use his reset here, Mike. It's after hitting the Jacob Nye. I think that will be his one reset he has to use. Also, Dustin Lee coming in late with Jacob Nye.
Yeah, Dustin Lee's all tore up. His left side's all crushed in. Nye is in. 97 pulling it off pit road. Roderick Norman pulling off pit road. Vincent Vinny also pitting. He got a little damage in that incident. Looks like Lane got his reset. That was a 86, got the wave around. Eric Brantley.
The question is now, Mike, with all these fast cars here in the back, what's going to happen in the field as they try to work their way through?
Well, the field is shrinking.
Let's see if
what's the fuel strategy here with these guys who stayed out?
You got to think they're still going to make another pit stop here, Mike. We're only hitting just past halfway here. I would see another pit stop in their future. That might be why Everett and all them pitted. This might be in the fuel window now.
I think we're definitely in the fuel window. We're past halfway. This might be the one stop, but a lot of those cars had damage. Were caught up in that wreck. 5 cautions so far, 2 lead changes. Thanks for joining us at All Pro Racing.
Let's see if we can pick up an interview here with our leader, Paul Crumley. He's been working his way through the field.
Mitchell Reeves up in the booth for number 12, Paul Crumley, our leader.
Got a copy there, Mitch.
Well, Paul, you've been working your way slow and steady through the field, doing a great job of avoiding that last wreck. You feel like you're the first driver to really try out the high side. Where is there actually some more speed up there that no one knows about?
Yeah, it feels like there's a little more speed up there because it feels like everybody's checking up a little bit on the bottom, trying to protect that bottom. So I thought I'd try the outside a little bit, and it seems to be working out okay for me.
Well, you've been doing a great job avoiding some big wrecks. A lot of big names there in the back of the field. Do you think you can maybe make some gaps on these guys and see if you can pull away?
Well, I'm certainly going to try. Started way back. I didn't qualify very well, but hopefully we're going to hold those guys out. I know they're pretty good racers. That last wreck was pretty intense. I'm sure they'll be fighting their way to the front, and hopefully we can put the Chevy up on the front pole or up on the number 1 position at the end of the race.
Yes, sir, Paul. Well, good luck to you. We'll be watching.
As we double up here, that's Paul Crumray in the National Guard. 12, he stayed out, as well as about 5 or 6 others, so we'll have to see how this shakes out. We're on lap 35 of 60. Car lights are out.
Something to watch here, Mike. Everett D. Lane, after having that wreck and still going through pits, he's still restarting 5th. So the leaders from earlier are still not that far back and can still make a run at this.
Absolutely. Vincent Vinny right behind him. We just saw those guys up front. Now they're not too far back. But check out Roderick Norman, who was just a lap down not long ago. Here he is at 6th spot. Good run for him.
That is definitely the term of never giving up.
That's right. As we had another driver take it behind the wall. iRacing's very own Furless Falcons. Oh, he was struggling about 9 laps down, I believe. Holding it, but can't survive any longer. He takes it behind the wall. And here we go. Green, green, green.
Big checkup here in the front.
41. Missed a gear or something. Doug Turner. As that inside lane is all jacked up. Outside lane guys pull it down. And boy, that 22 of Aaron Johnson looks loose.
Really on the back bumper of the 12 here. See if we can get him loose and maybe take the lead coming here out of 4.
Well, he shoves it down there. He's on the apron. And he's got a fender. Oh, we're wrecking behind him. Big wreck. Oh, no, Everett Lane is up into the fence. And we're under caution. Oh, my. Let's take a replay of Everett Lane. And it looks like he's racing with Jonas Hankins. And they get together down the front. And that turns Lane right up into the fence. And that car is tore up.
Tough break there for Everett. He had a heck of a car. Probably would have been in the top 3. This is really going to shake up the top 5 and the best cars here. Jacob Nye also got some damage on that as well, I believe.
And actually looking at this a little more, the 41 and the 15 or the 16 get into it. Door slam right in front of Jonas Hankins. And I think that's why Everett Lane went high and he got in and Jonas was already there. There was just nowhere to go.
Yeah, Mike, we had Dustin Lee also involved in that, and All-Pro Racing's very own Jonas Hankins. A lot of good drivers got taken out in that wreck, unfortunately. Hopefully they can make a good comeback here.
And our leaders on pit road, Paul Crumray as well as Aaron Johnson. Devin Rittall stays out again. Oh, we have a new leader, Devin.
Yeah, Mike, there's a lot of new names here up in the front that we haven't seen. I think it's because of all these wrecks. A lot of new faces here.
26, Brian Helms gets the lucky dog. Gets one of his laps back. And I think that was a racing deal. You know, Everett Lane was trying to get out of the wreck that was happening in front of him. Went a little high there. Got into his teammate Jonas, and it was on.
Well, Mike, with all these new faces up in the front, it's really going to be interesting to see who has the best car here and who has no damage as well with all these wrecks.
Well, you take one look at third place runner Nick Reynolds, involved in a couple different incidents today. But boy, that car, it looks like it's in good shape. He's got track position right where he wants to be in third. It looks like that's going to make 13 cars on the lead lap, or 12 cars.
Got a lot of drivers radioing in to other ones, seeing if they can figure out if they have any damage or not. Been a lot of wrecks in this race, but I think we were very close to having a good green flag run.
All right, well, let's see if we can get an interview with our leader, Devin Rittall. Leader, Devin Rittall.
Yeah, I got you, Mike.
Well, looks like you stayed out. You're like on a totally different cycle than everyone else. What's your fuel situation?
Oh, Mike, fuel's good. Kind of hit it last time there. We just got a quick caution here, so decided to stay out. I got 4 new tires that last stop, and car's handling pretty good, so give it a shot. I think I got enough fuel to go the distance here, well, hopefully. You know, we're just going to play it smart and do the best we can and get the Lost Speedways and this Casket Raceway Chevrolet up to the front.
All right, well, 20 to go. You got the track position. Good luck.
Your nose look good.
Let's see if we can pick up one more interview here with the 54 of Nick Reynolds in third place.
Mitchell Reeves up in the booth for 54 of Nick Reynolds. You got a copy?
What's going on, Mitchell?
Well, Nick, you've been watching a lot of wrecks and been having to avoid a lot of stuff, but it looks like you're clean in third place there. How's the car doing, and what's your plans here coming with about 20 to go?
Car's pretty good. It's going to sit here and ride and see what 97's going to do here.
Do you think you have enough fuel to make? You're going to have to make one more stop.
No, I should be good on fuel. I picked that last pit stop, so I'm good to go.
Well, Nick, we'll be watching, and good luck to you.
Thank you.
Cars doubled up. Pace car lights are out. Looks like Eric Brantley has taken his car behind the wall, leaving 12 cars on the lead lap. Thanks for joining us at All Pro Racing. My name is Mike Ellis. Mitchell Reeves joins me tonight. And Michael D'Amico behind the cameras. We've got a lot of activity here at All Pro Racing. League events running on Monday and Tuesday. Official series racing on Thursday and Saturday. And special events like this one tonight, the Friday Cash Series. Pace car's off. And the 41 of Doug Turner is really holding back in second. Green flag, green flag. And boy, that really checked up the outside lane.
Looks like the 40 comes out of nowhere to take third place. 41, will he get down? Or will the 12 look inside? He's looking inside, coming out of 2.
Paul Crumdave trying to get back up there. And boy, Devin Rittal shot out of a cannon, gets a huge lead over Nick Reynolds.
We'll see if the draft plays a big factor here. See if Nick can set back up on him and see if he can get the lead.
Yeah, you almost need a gap like that so you can get a run. See what happens. As first through fourth are lined up, and Roderick Norman looking for the fifth spot. We're 18 to go here. Top 4 lined up. And Nick Reynolds dives it to the inside there as the 97 fades up. Looks like the 40 is trying to follow through. Tim Hamilton to the top 3 for the first time.
Boy, I tell you what, Mike, for Nick Reynolds just to ride, looks like he's going to take the lead.
And he does it. We have a new leader in the Bass Pro Shops.
97 gets a run. Oh, 40 and 97 get in each other going into 3.
That was tight, and they keep it together. And now the 97 is fading backwards. As a 12, Paul Crumray gets by looking for third spot. And this is just what Nick Reynolds wants, is these guys side by side as he tries to pull away. Oh, and the 12 just loses it. And he goes around. And he collects 2 other cars, and we're under caution.
Once again, Mike, another great car. Just unfortunately is getting loose off the turns. It's seeming like the fast setups are set up to be loose, but it's just hard to handle them coming out of the turn that low, I'm assuming.
Yeah, he has no arc into the corner there. A car on his outside, and he just loses the back end. It steps out. What a great move by Roderick Norman to slow up and get around the outside of him. The 25 and the 09, not so lucky. Jeff Wubker involved, as well as Charles Quiroz.
Yeah, Mike, there's been a lot of good cars taken out of this race, but we're down to, it looks like almost about 10 cars here on the lead lap. I think we could really end up having a good run here to the finish. It's going to look like we're going to restart with about 10 laps to go here.
Let's make sure to mention tonight's sponsors at All Pro Racing. Michael Angelo's Painting. For all your painting needs in the Phoenix, Arizona area, both commercial and residential, please contact Michael Angelo's Painting. Also, sponsoring tonight, Skiers Marine. You like to water ski? Well, you need to be working with Skiers Marine, servicing all of North America and beyond with all of the skiers' needs, boats and accessories, trailers, you name it.
Yeah, Mike, it's really amazing what Skiers Marine can do. They can. There's been a lot of boats even shipped out to Australia. It's amazing the things they will do for their customers. Go check out skiersmarine.com, and any boat you want, we pretty much have. Just give us a call at 205-678-9099.
Let's talk Formula One news racing. Lots of news coming out of Formula One tonight. They're currently in Japan as a typhoon is about to hit the country of Japan as they get ready to race this weekend. Should be interesting. A lot of people are predicting it's just going to be too much rain, too much storming, and they're probably going to have to call the race. But really what's going on in Formula One is silly season in full swing as Red Bull announces Sebastian Vettel is leaving the team at the end of 2014.
Yeah, Mike, I think that's going to really open up a lot of spots for him. And the question is will McLaren come back, or will he go to another team like maybe Ferrari or maybe even Mercedes with Lewis Hamilton?
Well, don't forget about the new team entering in 2015. McLaren Honda will be pairing up, and they're looking for a couple of good drivers. You also got the American team of Haas Automation looking for drivers. Boy, the market is ripe right now. And the other rumor going on, Fernando Alonso leaving Ferrari at year's end as well.
Yeah, Mike, and it's got to make you wonder, will Sebastian Vettel take his spot, or will they both go to maybe McLaren Honda?
I'm thinking McLaren Honda. You know, Ferrari is just not run like they used to. Alonso's been there for now years, and they have yet to give him a winning car. I don't see that Vettel sees that as an upgrade from Red Bull, who's actually won some races this year. So, it must be McLaren Mercedes, or maybe Gene Haas has whipped out the checkbook. I'm not sure. But a lot of talk about Alonso paired up with Vettel at McLaren Honda.
Yeah, Mike, and I think if that happens, I think that team will almost be unstoppable. And I think you really got to wonder about what that's going to do for Lewis Hamilton and his confidence going into the 2015 season.
Absolutely, as those teams have already started working heavily on those cars, while Mercedes is just trying to get through the season and get this championship wrapped up with either Nico or Lewis. Yeah, lots of interesting stuff in Formula One racing. So let's reset our field. 9 cars on the lead lap. Nick Reynolds, our leader. Second, Tim Hamilton. Third, Devin Rattal. Roderick Norman running fourth. James Wilkins fifth. Vincent Vinny 6th, Doug Turner 7th, Aaron Johnson 8th. Then the last car on the lead lap, Olive Hills Welding, Dustin Lee.
Yeah, Mike, it's been really interesting to watch Nick Reynolds. If you go back and look at some of the laps he's had to go through and the stuff he's had to avoid, it really is amazing to see him at P1 here, coming with almost about 11 to go, it seems like.
Yeah, looks like Everett Lane took it behind the wall. Paul Crumney issuing apologies there about getting around. Whoa, as they wreck under caution, the 3 takes out the 71. And I don't know if this will delay the caution.
Pace car's off.
And there was some checking up going on there.
3 wide start here in 7th.
And the 41 doesn't go at all. And they're gone. Tim Hamilton gets the lead.
It'll be, oh, it looks like he's going to give back to 54, his spot
Got
here.
a lead. He got the lead somehow inadvertently. He gives it back. What a show of sportsmanship as Nick Reynolds takes the lead back, and now the 97 Devin Rattal is looking for second.
Yeah, I think giving the lead back there might have cost him the 97. He's going to try to do the crossover here coming out of 4, but it's not going to work.
That 97's tore up a little bit.
Yeah, but he is eyeing down Nick Reynolds. The question is, can he catch him? Nick Reynolds really started to show his dominance here in the later laps. Will it pay off is the question.
Coming to 8 to go here. Roderick Norman's got some rear end damage in 4th. 5th, the 3 car of James Wilkins, his front end's all tore up.
97 and 40. 40's going for the inside here, so I think he's going to clear. He's got a big run. Going to go for Nick Reynolds here going into the tri-oval.
Tim Hamilton getting hot when the hot counts here with 7 to go. And Roderick Norman getting through to 3rd.
Yeah, Mike, I think 55, Roderick Norman's new name is going to be Mr. Where Did He Come From, Norman. Oh, the 40 looking inside on Nick Reynolds going into 3 here.
He even gets it down on the apron. He gets it up side by side. Nick holds him down tight. And what a move. The 40 takes the lead. Tim Hamilton.
Yeah, but Nick wants that spot back.
He's got the inside. They do a crossover.
And he takes his lead back, going into 2.
With strength, too.
You got
the 40 on the outside.
Oh, it's going to be some tight racing going into 3. Norman's loving this. He's going to get a big run on him, probably coming out of 4 here.
Lots of dirty air for these guys to get sucked up here as Norman gets a fender in almost.
He's on the inside of the 40. Can he clear him coming out of 2? He's still side by side going into 1 here.
And Nick Reynolds using up all the racetrack.
Oh, wrecking behind
the
him.
3 is around all by himself. We're staying green. Or under caution, okay. 3. James Wilkins spins out, bringing out the caution. I thought we might stay green there, but... And his front end tore up, and just too much downforce probably on the front. He spins all by himself. Everybody getting by this time.
And Mike, with this caution, I believe it might be a green-white checkered or a one-lap shootout. Really going to be fun to watch there.
I tell you what, man, this has been a race of attrition. We're down to 7 cars left on the lead lap. Started with 40. Let's say that again, 40 cars, and now we got 7 on the lead lap.
Oh, and the 22 and 97 get into each other there. And on caution.
What? Reckon under caution. We got some pit takers on pit road here, including Mr. Dustin Lee, who's still on the lead lap, all tore up. 22 is on pit road as well as James Wilkins. Aaron Johnson.
Yeah, Mike, the 97 got some damage from the 22 there under caution. I think that's really going to hurt him. This might turn into a 3-horse race here coming to the end.
And Aaron's lucky dog goes to Brian Helm again. I swear he's gotten 5, 6, 7 lucky dogs tonight. This will put him back on the lead lap. 9 cars on the lead lap. Let's see if we get an interview with second place runner Tim Hamilton.
Mike Ellis in the booth for Tim Hamilton in the Haviland Texaco car. You got me?
Yeah, 10-4, I got you.
Well, you're certainly looking good, Tim, out there. One of the few cars without any damage, and you got good track position. What do you got here for the win?
I don't know. I'm just going to give it my best, try to keep it clean, and see where we end up.
Well, good luck. Nice paint job. We'll be watching. Let's pick up dual interviews with Roderick Norman from Canada. You got me?
Yes, sir.
Well, Roderick, we've seen you down even a lap. But here you are at the end of the race, kind of tore up, but boy, you got good track position.
Yeah, the car is pretty good. I've been changing tires and filling it up every pit stop, even a lap down. I even forfeited 5th place there once. Patience.
I tell you what, it's been a race of attrition out there with 40 cars, and now we're down to 9 on the lead lap. Good luck out there. We'll be watching.
There you go. Roderick Norman are going to be starting 3rd. Devin Rattal 4th. Vincent Vinny 5th. Dustin Lee 6th. Aaron Johnson 7th. James Wilkins 8th. Four laps to go. 8 lead changes. Thanks for joining us here at All Pro Racing. Let's see, Mitchell, you want to try to get another interview? Who haven't we talked to here on the lead lap?
Yeah, Mike, I think I was going to try to get an interview here with Dustin Lee, see what he has to say about his crazy race he has had here.
Lee, you got a copy?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, Dustin, you've been in first, last, behind the wall, pretty much everywhere on this great Charlotte Motor Speedway, and somehow you are still on the lead lap. Tell us about your race.
It started out pretty good, racing up front there, but I made a pit stop there and got back into traffic, and needless to say, I got involved in a bunch of mess back there. So finally got the car fixed, but I don't know how it's going to turn out here.
Well, Dustin, it's good to see you supporting breast cancer awareness as well, and maybe that beat-up car of yours maybe still has a shot at this. Good luck to you. We'll be watching.
Thank you.
All right, and guess what? Brian Helm is on the lead lap, finally. Nice. I love seeing the perseverance of some of these drivers, like Roderick Norman, like Dustin Lee, like Brian Helm back there in the 9th spot, getting himself finally back on the lead lap after how many wave rounds.
Yeah, Mike, I think after all the Aaron's lucky dogs he's had, he probably needs to go to Aaron's because it has really worked out for him getting the lucky dog about 4 or 5 times as we come to green here.
Yeah, this will be our final restart as Nick Reynolds brings him down for the restart of his life here, followed by Roderick Norman, Tim Hamilton on the outside.
Green, white, checkered here.
Green, green, green. Oh, Tim Hamilton gets a great start on the outside.
Oh, does he have something for Nick? Will
He's not clear. He's almost clear.
Oh,
we're under caution. And I think he had it at the moment of caution. We'll see how NASCAR lines him up here. Looks like Brian Helm was involved in that caution. Let's take the replay. Outside is really slow behind the 97 of Devin Rattal as he gets into Dustin Lee and they get into the 26 of Brian Helm, and it's on. 41 flips a couple times over Doug Turner.
Mike, it looks like Brian Hamilton is going to win this race. Or Tim Hamilton, I'm sorry.
Tim Hamilton. Let's see if we can get a replay of Tim Hamilton at the moment of caution. They're coming into one, and right as they get to one, Tim Hamilton has about a half a car length on Nick Reynolds as the 26 goes around behind him, and that's all it takes. NASCAR reverts to the visual evidence. And Tim Hamilton's going to get it done.
What an ending to a great race there, Mike. I was not expecting Tim to pull it off on the outside. First guy all race to make it work.
Absolutely. Let's get an interview with our winner.
Yeah, that's the way it should be.
Hey, the booth up here for our winner, Tim Hamilton.
Got you loud and clear.
Dang, it's late. 1:30.
Well, I tell you what, all night long, we never saw anybody getting it done on the outside, but you did it when it was a green-white checker. You weren't clear, but you had enough. You had a half car length.
Yeah, I was just trying to, keep it clean next to Nick there on the restart, because, he said I jumped the last time and I let him go back by, so, I just wanted that to be as clean as it could. It looked like we were pretty even there, so I hope he's all right with it.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic clean racing there on the end. Congratulations on the win. You win the cash. You have anybody you want to say hi to or thank?
All right, looks like we lost him. Mitchell, you want to pick up our second place runner, Roderick Norman?
Alrighty, I'll give it, yeah. Oh, well, he just disconnected right there. I think, let's see if we can maybe pick up Nick Reynolds. He was in second place, but it looks like he might have had a penalty.
Yeah, he's showing one lap down in the scoring.
Mitchell Reeves up in the booth for Nick Reynolds. You got a copy?
What's going on, Mitchell?
Well, in the scoring, it's showing that you were in 7th place. It looks like you might have assessed a penalty there, but the last time I was checked, you looked like you were in 2nd place. But anyways, how was your race, and what happened there on the final restart?
Well, the car was good. I was just watching the replay. Looked like the 40 laid back, come out in 2nd place car, and you got a little jump on me there a little bit.
Well, Nick, as it seems like there's been a lot of races you've been at the end, and it seems like every race you've gotten a little closer and a little closer. But is there anyone you'd like to thank or give a shout-out to?
Yeah, I'd like to thank D'Amico for All Pro Racing. It's a great league if anybody wants to join. I'd like to thank the 40 for racing me clean those last couple of laps. Me and him swapped it up a couple times. You and Mike, y'all do a good job up in the booth. It's a fun series to run, man.
Well, it wouldn't be possible without you drivers and you, Nick. But we will see you next week, and have a great night.
You too, man.
And let's pick up our third place finisher, Vincent. Vinny, you still out there? It looks like he left.
And Roderick Norman left. In a fit of disgust, they're the first losers. Yeah, we're only paying to $5 to the winner tonight here at All Pro Racing. Tim Hamilton getting it done in the Texaco Haviland car. Great job. Thanks for joining us here at All Pro Racing. Tim Hamilton first, Roderick Norman second, Vincent Vinny third, Dustin Lee brings it home fourth, Brian Helm fifth, and the last car on the lead lap, Aaron Johnson in sixth.
Well, Mike, it was a great race, a lot of cautions, a lot of lead changes there at the end, and like we said, who would have thought that Tim Hamilton could have pulled off the lead on the outside there?
Yes, great racing there at the end. They kept it clean, and we got a great show. You can't beat that. Thanks for joining me in the booth, Mitchell Reeves. Michael D'Amico, thank you behind the cameras. My name's Mike Ellis. Please join us next week. Take care.